So, afternoon, everybody. I am Jerome Foster, the media officer for the West Indies team. On tour, Shai Hope, the West Indies limited overs captain. Not many, so you guys can go alternately with your questions.
Welcome back to New Zealand.
Oh, thank you.
Long flight. Where did you come from?
We came from Bangladesh, so from Chile going back to Dhaka, Dhaka to Auckland. Pretty long flight.
What does it mean to you to tour New Zealand, not only in T20s but one day as and Test matches? It's a long tour.
Yeah, for sure. Every time I come here is a special moment for me. I think playing against one of the better teams in the world, as a player, you want to challenge yourself, in, certainly in their home conditions. And, coming off that 3-0 victory that we had in Bangladesh is a great confidence booster for us as a team. So just to keep challenging ourselves and testing ourselves to see where we're at as a team, build into that World Cup. So initially it's a T20 series, but obviously it's a long tour, so it's about trying to gain that momentum. Hopefully we can get as much success as possible on this trip.
To play on Eden Park, famous venue, 2 nights in a row. What does that mean to you guys?
Well, I've never played here before. I've seen a lot of cricket on the television, so I'm looking forward to this one for sure, just to see what the atmosphere looks like on TV, and then being a part of it. It's a different feeling, so I'm looking forward to that one.
The dimensions are quite different.
Yes.
Have you had a look?
I haven't seen it as yet. We just got off the bus, but I'm sure I'm going to be a bit surprised at some of the dimensions. But again, something that I'm looking forward to.
Shai, some of the wickets you guys got in Bangladesh were a bit spicy to say the least. How much pride do you take as a group from doing what you did over there?
You have to take a lot, especially going into conditions that you may not have faced ever in your career, and getting the success that we've had says a lot about the unit, the strength of the unit. And I think it's, like I said, it's a great confidence booster going into this series. Slightly different conditions, maybe totally different conditions, but as we all know, it's one of the biggest things of being a professional cricketer. You got to be able to adapt to each condition you're going to. So, place, I'm sure the batters, even the bowlers, will be a lot happier to be playing on these surfaces. But yes, confidence booster from Bangladesh. Hopefully, we can turn things around in New Zealand and get a lot more success here in foreign conditions.
For you personally, one of the great career moments was obviously that test at Headingley, which is pretty similar type conditions to what you'll get here. How much confidence do you take then personally into this tour?
Oh, well, that was a long time ago. Almost feels as though, I don't know, it's ages. But you can always bank on some of your greater achievements over your career, especially when they mean so much to you. In that period there, I was struggling a bit for consistency, especially in the red ball format, and to do it in such a big win for us, and a significant win at that. Something that I can bank on as a player individually, and I think, like you said, the conditions here may be similar, but you never know what you're going to get until you turn up on that day. But it's always great to have those memories and those achievements that you can lean back on when you face some adversity and some struggle throughout your career. Something that you can look back on and say, okay, I can get the job done. So it's a great moment I can live with, and hopefully I can create a lot more as a player.
There's almost a trend here for visiting teams of seeing the short boundaries and maybe going too hard. Is that something you guys are aware of? Is it something you have to take into account before you come out and play?
Yeah, for sure. Like I always speak about dimensions, conditions, adaptability. And in this particular situation, we got to understand that I don't expect the New Zealand bowlers to just put it in the slot for these straight boundaries either. So it's about understanding what you're going to get and formulating those plans to be as successful as possible, whether with bat in hand or with ball in hand.
New Zealand have seen Tim Seifert ruled out this morning, who have had a very good CPL. Devon Conway comes in. How much of a change is that to what you guys are planning on doing?
Well, we haven't had an in-depth meeting as yet, but when we get to those discussions, we're certainly going to cover everyone and make sure we're ready for that first ball.
How much do you know about Devon?
Well, I see a lot of him on television. I pay close attention to what's going on world cricket, especially as a leader, just trying to be one step ahead of the game if I can. I played against him a few times. I watched him closely. I've seen how I love players like that, by the way. Nice classical stroke makers. So maybe I'm in favor of those types of players a bit more. But yeah, he's one that we certainly got to dislodge as early as we can. We understand how important he can be to that batting lineup.
Shai, what confidence do you bring into this tour against the Black Caps, just given how you guys went against Bangladesh and getting that 3-0 in the T20s?
As you said, 3-0 certainly going to be a confidence booster for any team. Bear in mind it's different conditions, but regardless of that, 3-0 win against any opposition in their backyard will always be a confidence booster.
Nice. And I'm just obviously getting 5 games against the Black Caps. What will that do for your team heading into the World Cup as well? Good prep, I imagine.
Yeah, well, I think it's the first time I'm playing a 5-match series in quite some time. Foreign conditions, get out, embrace some of this atmosphere here in New Zealand. I do love playing in front of these crowds. They always bring a lot of energy, and as a professional athlete, that's what you want. You want to be in the mix. You want to be involved with some of the greatest atmospheres. So that's one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to. And certainly on the back of that success in Bangladesh is about trying to repeat. We want to be a very good team, and it's about consistency. And if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best in their home territory. So something else that we need to tick off our boxes. But as long as we keep playing good cricket and growing as a team, we think we're going to be very, very strong going into that World Cup.
Nice. Having those 5 games, does that sort of help that tournament feel heading into the World Cup? What it's like to, play consecutive T20s, I guess.
Well, I guess so. We play a lot of tournaments now in this day and age, different leagues around the world, and most of the guys have a lot of back-to-back to play. Even in CPL, sometimes you play 4 games in 5 days. So it's not foreign to us. It's not unfamiliar, but yeah, it's maybe a closer taste to the World Cup.
Where's West Indian cricket at the moment? Would you say it's on the up? Improving?
I think there's always, like anything else, there's ups and downs. And the way how our cricket goes, we got to take the positive with us, regardless of what situation we think or feel we're in. But I wouldn't say that we're in a hole or in a hut. It's just being able to change things around quicker, especially on a tour when you're in foreign conditions. But I think the way how the guys are playing, the way how we're gelling as a team, certainly a lot to discuss. And I can certainly feel the progression in the team, especially from...
Is everything settling on and off the field?
Yeah. I don't think you're trying to tell me something that I don't know about.
No, there's been a lot of peaks and troughs over there.
Yeah, that's the nature of this game. You win series, you lose some, and it's all part of it. But we're trying to be as consistent as we can be and get more wins under our belts. Series wins, and then hopefully a tournament win.
Is New Zealand an easy place to tour off the field, as in not too busy, not too hectic?
Yeah, definitely. I just love being able to see the nature. You look outside your window. It's very mountainous in some parts, fresh air, very green. It gives you that sense of life. You want to enjoy on the field stuff, but then when you get away from the game, it's great to just be able to take a walk down the street, sit down at a cafe, enjoy some of what New Zealand has to offer. So something else I'm looking forward to being here in New Zealand.
Just one more, because we have a cultural tradition to go to.
Okay, New Zealand and the West Indies are starting to become quite similar, where guys are having to choose between a franchise career versus an international career, and very rarely do they or not overlap. Is that something that's talked about between the two sides at all?
I can't really speak on, to be fair. I'm not 100% sure what I would dive into there, but this is part of the day and age now. Cricket has evolved a lot, and there's so many opportunities all around the world, and at the end of the day, it's about what direction you want to take as a player, what direction you want to take as a team. So these are the certain questions that may have to be answered by different organizations or players, but I may have to back out of that one.
If you walk out the tunnel here and look at the north stand, Vivian Richards hit it onto the roof.
Really?
In a test match.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure you remember Vivian Richards.
Of course.
I'm afraid you have one?
That's okay. I just wondered, you must have members of the team in Jamaica, or it must be tough at the moment with all the devastation back there. How's the team getting together with that? Team family back there?
Yeah, well, it's certainly very sad sights to see. It's not something that we would ever want to wish on anyone. A few of the guys, well, all of us, we do have connection with some of the players who have been affected, whether it's them personally or their families. And we certainly feel it from a long distance. and just really hope that things can turn around quickly, and all the support that you can give. I really hope that we all can share that same support and help out that country.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.